Hey y'all, it's Max. How's everybody doing? All right, so I want to talk about my volatility metrics and about an index option trade, meaning let's construct a trade for the end of the year that says that profits if the market makes a new high. I haven't even constructed the trade yet. I'm going to do it in front of you guys. I'm going to show you how my thought process works in case you're interested. But the thesis of our deal is that we looked at Max's volatility metrics. Let me show it to you. The top panel is 30-minute VIX, which is volatility. And this middle blue line is the 200 period moving average. When it got under that Monday morning, that's when we got back long again. But anyway, so that's the good news. The other good news is you haven't missed anything yet because the signal happened. The market was at 600. Right now, the market's at 600. It says last price. Well, all right. 601.59. So you missed $1.50 of the move. Okay, so here's my thesis. When I do an option trade, the first thing you have to have is a thesis. What am I aiming for? Where's it going to go to, and when's it going to be there by? So when's it going to be there by? So I'm going to say the end of the year. All right, and where's it going to go to? Well, they're this close to all-time highs. The previous all-time high was 607, something like that. I'm going to say they're going to go for 610. I'm going to make an option trade that aims. Hang on a second, Jackson. What are you chewing on? Found out one of my hairbrushes and was chewing on that. He just doesn't like when I talk on the internet. He just doesn't understand who I'm talking to. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. I need to get him a toy back here he can chew on or something. Okay. So that's our thesis. Our thesis is 610 by the end of the year. And if it doesn't do that, I know I'm going to lose money. That's fine. That's what that's the deal. That's my deal with the market. I'm making a deal is if it goes to 610 or higher by the end of the year, I want to make money, or I think I am. We have to look at the option trades and see if we can. But I'm going to look for some way to construct a situation that's positive if it goes to 410. Okay, or I'm sorry, 610. So let's get in option strat. Look how well these saved trades have been doing. Right there, TSYY, that's the position. That's TSYY's trade. That's doing well. In any event, okay, lots of these trades are bullish, and I've been on the right side of the bullish action the past couple of weeks. So anyway, but maybe it's not too late. I don't know. So anyway, so here's what we're going to do. We don't know what we're going to do yet. I'm going to start with the long call. All right, and so we need to choose an expiration. We need to choose an index. I'm going to say SPY. Okay, we need to choose an expiration date. Now, I think it's going to go there by the 31st. Depending on what kind of trade I do, sometimes I give it a couple of more days, even though I'm going to sell it on the 31st. We'll talk about that in a second. Okay, but for now, we'll pick the 31st. Let's just do this simple. We'll pick the 31st and put the strike at 610 and see what that would do for us. Okay, so here's the morning of the 31st. 610 would be worth like $26. The good news is this trade only costs $34. 610 would not be a huge profit yet. Let's maybe move it back to 605. We're going to make the initial cost higher. Now it's costing $115. We made our initial cost go up by 4 times, but now we're playing for $160. So risking 114 to get 160. But the thing is, in the back of my mind, when I make an option trade, especially when I'm long a call, I know that it might go further and often does. But still, you have to hit a target so you aren't disappointed. If it goes to 610, this trade will make about $150. Okay, now I wonder if it goes to 610 right away, like as soon as I put it on. I wonder if tomorrow it's at 610. Does that mess me up? No, that's even better, actually. So I'm going to put this on today. If tomorrow it goes to 610, we're going to take it off and roll it out, and I can show you guys how to do that. But yeah, I think the 605, I mean, what do you guys think? It's $114 worth of risk. If it goes to 610 quickly, you can make maybe 400. If it takes a little bit longer, you could make a little bit less. And then if it takes even, if it goes right to expiration, well, it's about the same. If it goes right to expiration, it makes about 380. It makes about 400 if it makes 420 if it goes there sooner or something, or 480 if it goes there sooner. That's the time value. Okay. So anyway, this is a decent trade. There's all kinds of other stuff we could do. We could turn it into a spread, all kinds of stuff. Let's not complicate it. Sometimes the right thing to do is just buy the darn options, $115. Now, okay, don't do this if you don't have $115. And I don't mean if you don't have $115 whole. If you don't have $115, you can lose. The way I manage these kinds of trades, I call these fun kinds of trades. I do these with 1% of my net worth. So I usually have a tastytrade account that has about 1% of my retirement in it, 20,000 or something. And so, but out of that 20,000, I don't spend more than 5% of that on any one trade. So that means the most I'm willing to risk is about 500. So what that means is if I have a bad year and do a bad job trading, I'll still be all right because it's such a small amount. I'm trying to have fun and, trying to be smart and have a good time. But so if you have $1 million, if you have $1 million retirement, you have a $10,000 tastytrade account, risk 250 on each trade. You'd have to lose 40 times, risk 250 on each trade, 5% on each trade. You'd have to lose 40 times in a row to lose your whole $10,000. If you have $1 million, the 10,000 isn't even that big of a deal in the first place. However, if you do well, because options have leverage, you can actually turn the 10 into 20 before in pretty short order. I've done that multiple times. That's what we're trying to do. There's no guarantees, but that's the reason you trade options. But you do not trade options to ruin your future retirement. So I say 1% of 1%. Figure out what you're worth. If you have 10 million, risk 10,000 on a trade. If you have $1 million, maybe 500, 200 on a trade for the million, 500 on a trade at 2 million, something like that, a small amount, because options have leverage. Look, I have a feeling this thing could go to 615 or something. This could turn into 1,000. I could have a feeling I wouldn't be surprised if this 10x'd. It wouldn't be the wildest thing that ever happened. All right. So I'm going to save that trade. I don't know if there's really any use to share it. I mean, I guess I can. We're just going to buy the 605 for the 31st. Oh, that's what I was going to say. If it was a spread, we would have gone a few days further out. But on just a single option, we'll just go to the day we need it for. And it'll either go there or it won't. We're either going to make $100 or we're probably going to lose $100. And we can tell that because there's only a 22% chance of profit. There's about a 78% chance we're throwing the money away. What we're going for is the occasional time that we make 500 or 1,000. All right. So anyway, I'm going to share this trade with you guys and let me know what you guys think. But I want to start doing some more actual option content. And this is just a super simple $100 option. Nothing to it. And so our game plan as far as getting out is if it doesn't go to 610, or it doesn't go to, let's just say our game plan for getting out is if it doesn't go to, if it hasn't made us at least $50, if it hadn't made us at least $50 by Friday, we'll just let it go. Let it expire worthless. It's $100. All right. I appreciate you guys. You have a good day, and I'll be back with some more content later, hopefully. All right, guys. I appreciate you. See ya.